Today we're going to be putting a stabilizer kit on a ZR1 wing from Extreme Online Store. Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Scott and today I'm going to be going over something that has come to our attention after I put my ZR1 wing on. After I put the wing on, some of you started buying the wings, and I myself have not really had this issue, but apparently some of you have. And so Extreme Online asked me to go ahead and make this video so you'll know exactly how to put your stabilizer kit into your wing. So some of you at higher speeds are seeing that the wing is actually going up and down. Not drastically, but you're seeing that they are moving, and so they've had some complaints and they wanted to be able to address that. So what I'm going to be doing here today is I'm going to be taking the wing off my car and putting in, it's a 3-piece stabilizer kit that goes into a compartment that's actually built inside the wing. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you how to go ahead and take the wing off, and we're going to move it over to the little counter over there, and I'll show you how to get the cover off and how to put the stabilizer in, and then you'll be able to put the wing back on, and then we'll be good to go. So sit back and relax, and hopefully this helps you get it all taken care of. Guys, as you already know, if you've already had a wing on it already, it's just attached by two Allen screws, right? Actually, it's the same screw. It's just got an Allen on each side, so you're just gonna just undo it, just like that. They screw into each other, so you just need an Allen. You want to be careful that you don't scratch the the top of your wing, or the bottom of your wing, I should say. Okay. All right, got that one loose. Got that one loose. Okay, and we should be able to pull these out with our fingers now at this point. Okay, there's one. And there's two. And then we're going to move on to the other one. Okay. There's one. You can see now that when I cracked it, you saw the wing move, because this is on the front pivot. If you have somebody standing by that could hold the wing for you, that might be the safer bet. But I don't think it's going anywhere. Okay, so you're set. It's good to release it now at this point. So once we've got all our screws out, we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to grab the wing and we're just going to lift it up. We're going to take it over and set it on the bench. Hi everybody. You guys all see Terry and I doing these installations on these videos as we show you how to go about doing it. And I'm always saying that if you guys don't want to do this yourself, don't want to tackle it yourself, to reach out and we'll give you a quote on how to do it. Well, a lot of you guys have done that, and in doing so, we are now very busy doing this, and we've actually turned this into a business. So if you are needing anything done as far as, like you've seen us do a front nose, you've seen us do wings, you've seen us do aero kits, all that type of stuff, reach out to us, we'll get you a quote. If you're in this area, man, we'll be happy to take care of you. And we've also had some people contact us from Florida, from Yosemite, from Los Angeles, and people are bringing their cars all the way as far as Las Vegas for us to do the work. So I haven't ever really advertised that. I always have just kind of in passing, I just say, oh, you know, if you want us to do it, reach out, we'll give you a quote. But we are fully going forward with that, and it's turning out to be a pretty cool little deal. Most of the people know that by doing what we're doing, they know we know what we're doing because they've seen us actually do the work. And so I've actually offered people that have been far enough away, I've offered to say, hey, you know, be sure to tell your body shop, don't do this, don't do that, whatever it may be, just to make sure that they don't do any damage to the car. And people are saying, no, we just want you guys to do it. So if you guys are in need of any of this type of work being done, let me know, reach out to me. I'm going to get that information right here on the screen, and we'll be happy to help you. So anyway, back to the video. All right, so we're just going to bring this back over here to my workbench. And it can be anything. You can put it on the coffee table or whatever. Just make sure you put it on something soft. I'm just using a moving blanket just to protect this. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to have to take these two brackets off, and then at that point it will show that we've got three covers, one on this side, one here in the center, and one on this side. What's under these is just a channel that is hollow that accepts these braces. So these braces here actually go into the car itself, or into the wing, like so, right? And these get locked down inside the wing, and that's what will stiffen the wing up. Okay, so we're going to be using, once we take these brackets themselves off, then we'll be using a pry tool to be able to pry these covers off. They are held on with two-sided stick tape. So you just use a little finesse, pop them off, and then you'll be able to get to them. After that, you're going to go ahead and just set this in place, and then you can either use two-sided stick tape, or you can go ahead and use a black adhesive sealant to seal it. Either way, it's your choice on how you want to do it. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to take the brackets off now. You're just going to take your same Allen wrench that you use to take the other screws off, the stanchions in the back. Make sure you don't lose these screws. Just like I just did. And we're going to take that bracket off right there. Then we're going to do this over here also. All right, we're going to pull that off out of the way. Now, as you can see right here, there's a little bit of a space right there in between. So this is one piece here, and this right here is one piece, and this is one piece. Okay? Now, I'm going to use my little tool here, my nylon pry tool, to get down in there like this. We're just going to pry it up. Now, I'm going to do it slowly. I'm not going to just reef it really hard because I don't want to break these pieces. So we're just going to take our time, and we're just going to get this wedged in there. And you'll hear the two-sided stick tape sounding like it's cracking. It's separating. Again, don't force it really hard. It just takes a little finesse, just lifting it up, okay? And then don't keep reefing here. You want to, as you pull it, you want to make sure that you get it down there a little bit farther. Just like so. Now my stick tape is coming up a little bit easier because I've got a little bit of usage on this. It's been out in the weather. It's had some sun hit it. And so the two-sided stick tape's a little more brittle. If you have a brand new wing which I have done these kits, so if you buy one now, it will come with that brace already in the box. I don't know if they're going to start putting them in the wing for you or if it's just going to be part of the installation. But at this point, the ones that I've been doing, we're doing them actually right. We pull it out of the box and we put it in just like this. So that tape is extremely hard, and so you just want to make sure that you take your time. And you notice I'm not just grabbing it and ripping it up. I'm just taking a little bit at a time here and pulling it up. Okay, and then that reveals the channel that I was talking about. I'm going to go ahead and take this off, set it down here. Now we can start over here in this one. Okay, and that one comes off. That, and then we can get the other one off here. Now if you're kind of leery about this slipping, then before you start this, I've done a bunch of these, so it's not that big of a deal, but if you're afraid that your tool might slip, you can always put some masking tape along this edge, and then that way if it slips, it's not going to scratch the wing. Okay, so now we've got all of our covers off. Okay, let me just get that out of the way. Then you can see here that there's this whole channel that runs the whole way here, all the way across, just like that. So, but before you go and do that, what you want to do is you can see that there's two-sided stick tape that's the residual of what was there. You're going to need to get that off, and then if you're going to be doing if you're going to be using two-sided stick tape again, then you want to make sure that you have some. You can get the two-sided stick tape from AutoZone. They have it. It's probably the cheapest you're going to be able to find it. And then you can just peel this stuff off and put the new one down, and then just press it back in place. If you have the black sealant, the adhesive sealant, you can do that, and then you can just run a bead down this and then just let it dry. And since I'm not in any hurry, I'll be able to do this. I'll let it dry tonight, and then I'll come back tomorrow and I'll put the covers on, let it dry overnight, and then it'll be good because I'm never taking these out. So and if I do, because I'm using this here, this particular type of the silicone based stuff, I can still pry it open if I needed to. So that's pretty much it right there, guys. The hardest part of this whole job is going to be getting the two-sided stick tape off. So we're gonna go ahead and we'll come back to it after I get all this off. You don't need to be watching me take the sticky off, and then we'll go ahead and we'll insert the stabilizers, and then we'll cap it off. Now here's all the two-sided stick tape that we pulled off, okay? This may take you a while. You can loosen it up by spraying some window cleaner, or I use some awesome orange to soften it up, and then you can use a towel to kind of help your thumb where you don't like tear your thumb all up. And so now at this point, you just want to make sure that this little trough doesn't have anything in it, this trough right here. And then all you're going to do is you're just going to take these little guys and you're going to insert them, and they'll center themselves exactly where they need to be. Okay, right there like so. Okay, and then this one here locks it in place. You see like that right there. Okay. Now it's in. Now all you have to do is be able to put the covers back on. Now again, if you were doing two-sided stick tape, you would just put the two-sided stick tape all the way around the edges and put the caps back on. Okay. Or you can do like I'm going to do, and I'm just using the black adhesive. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some sealant here along this edge. Just want to make sure you get a good uniform bead. Not really big because it just takes a little bit, but you want to make sure that it's there. So, but you don't want it to ooze out either. So if you don't want to deal with this, just use the two-sided stick tape. Not a big deal. All right, so we've got a bead all the way around, and then we're just going to simply put the caps back on. And just set them in place. Now, again, if you use the two-sided stick tape, you're going to do the exact same thing, except you're just going to press and hold these down for about 60 seconds. I know that sounds like a long time, but the adhesive takes a little bit of time to actually activate, and if you don't, then you'll end up with the adhesive not totally grabbing, and then at that point it will eventually, you'll let water in there and then the adhesive will fail. So all you're going to be doing is just basically doing this. You're going to be holding it, just keep going back across like this. If you have somebody that'll help you, then you go ahead and you do that. So have one person holding it like that if you're using the stick tape. Come over to this part over here and come back over to like this. So at that point, this is pretty much done. So now if you were going with the stick tape, you'd go ahead, you'd put your brackets back on, which I'm going to go ahead and do also. But once you put the brackets back on, you can just go straight back to the car and put it back on the car. By using the adhesive, I'm going to actually let this sit. It probably takes a couple hours to bond, but I'm going to go, or actually set. I'm just going to go ahead and let it sit overnight, and then we'll come back and we'll finish the video putting the wing on tomorrow, and then we'll be done. We're back, and the adhesive has had a chance to dry overnight, and so we're just going to go ahead and do the final steps, which is putting the brackets back on the wing and then putting the wing back on the car. So you're going to take your original Allen wrench that we used to take our screws loose. We're going to set our bracket here in place. So we're going to tighten these little guys down. Alright, and then we'll do the same thing on this one. Okay, so the next step is to go ahead and take it on and put it on the car. So our next step, and the final step, is to go ahead and put the wing back on the car. So we're just going to go ahead and set it right back up on the top of the stanchions here. Like that. And then we're going to go ahead and put the bolts in. We're done. So there you have it, guys. That's what's involved in putting the stabilizer bar inside of the ZR1 wing. Not too hard to do, just takes a little bit of time, so you shouldn't have any issues. If you do and you don't want to deal with it, reach out to us and we'll be happy to take care of it for you. Just let us know. All right, guys, thanks for watching. You guys have a great day.